Hi, this is Carrie with Change the Matrix, and in this video, I'm going to talk about who is God and how your view of who God is will impact your life and how to shape your view of God to get the best out of God. Okay, let's dive in. Now, first of all, let's all be 100%. I'm talking 100% here. 100% honest. Did I just wake you up? I just woke up my cat. Let's be 100% honest with ourselves. None of us really know for a fact who God is. None of us know. None of us know. We don't know. And it doesn't matter whether we have it right or not. Okay? What's important is to understand God in a way as a powerful being that can make anything happen for you. It's a powerful force that loves you, supports you, and is going to provide you with everything you need, all that your heart desires. And it loves you, and it wants you to have what you want. It wants you to be healthy, emotionally, physically, financially, wants you to be happy, wants you to have healthy relationships. That's what matters. Okay? Now, too many people focus on the things that don't matter. And I am going to tell you a little story, a little Carrie story of Carrie's life. Once upon a time. Okay, so my family sucked. We'll just say they sucked. I did not feel loved. I did not feel appreciated by them at all, not one iota. Okay? So, my first boyfriend in high school when I was 18, Fernando Fernandez. We called him Fuzz because his hair is kind of fuzzy on top. Anyway. He was the first person that really made me feel loved, that really made me feel appreciated. My mom's a jerk. She called up his dad, got his dad all scared, going, I think they're having sex. What if he gets her pregnant? And all. Okay, so then his dad made him break up with me. I was heartbroken. He didn't want to break up with me, but his dad was scary. He's part of Hell's Angels. He's not going to go against his dad. So I'm heartbroken. I, went through the whole grieving phase of, losing the one person that I thought loved me. Then I question if he can't even love me, who's ever going to love me? It was bad. Teenagers, everything is exponentially more dramatic. And I got to a point where I just didn't feel anything. I just felt numb. I didn't feel happy. I didn't feel sad. I just felt nothing. I was just going through the motions of every day, but I really didn't have any desire to do anything. Nothing. And I'm like, why on earth do monks try to get to this state of mind? Because it really sucks. You're just like, what's the point? You have no passion, no desire. There's no point in anything. So finally, one day I'm sitting in my room thinking, this is ridiculous. Like, this is dumb. So I looked up and I was like, all right, if there's a God, you better show me there's a God. Because what is the point in all this? And right then, it almost felt like a liquid energy, like a soft, light, warm, kind of liquid light pouring down into like a little gentle waterfall pouring down in my head. It felt like it poured into my whole being, filled me up. And then it felt like the most loving arms wrapping around me and giving me the most loving hug ever. It felt like pure love. And I was like, oh shit, there's a God. Okay, I can't deny it now. There's a God. But I'm like, okay, well, there's a God and you showed me pure love. but who are you? I don't know. Like, I'm not going to just judge you based on what I've been told because I grew up in a Christian religion, but is that right? I don't know. I don't know. Just because something wrote something down, just because something's in the Bible, does it make it true? No, it doesn't. It does not make it the word of God, people. Please get through that through your head. My mom hated it. I just, looking back, like my family tried to make me feel really stupid growing up. But looking back now, I realize I was actually super smart when I was little, and I asked very pointed questions. If things didn't make logical sense to me, I'd call it out. I wasn't afraid to call it out, but my mom was afraid because she was raised a little bit more strict than me. So she was afraid to question. That's the thing, is that for centuries, people have been bullied and abused and feared into believing what someone else has told them. And it's ingrained in most people's mind. It's like you're born with it. But for me, I didn't care. I was stubborn. I'm still stubborn. I refuse to ever bow down to anything. And I don't just take people's word for it, like I'm going to do my due diligence. I'll give people the benefit of the doubt, but I'm going to question things. If you can't handle being questioned, then you're probably hiding something, or you're not being honest. Okay. So I'm in this state where I've had this experience where I have felt pure love. And I'm like, all right, I'm going to have an open mind. I grew up with a Christian religion, but I'm going to have an open mind, and I'm going to study a bunch of different religions, spiritual beliefs, and I'm just going to see what pops out to me and makes sense. And I'm like, hey, God, you guide me. You guide me to what I need to know. And so, I started reading back through the Bible. I started reading what Buddhism was, Hinduism. I started reading the Quran. I read a little bit of Judaism. And at one point, I just stopped. And I was like, okay, I think I've read enough. What I have realized thus far is that God is love. Okay? God is love. Pure love is the most powerful energy in our existence. Love trumps hate. Okay? So, and it says in the Bible, I could be the smartest person on earth. I could be the most wealthy person on earth. I could have all this stuff. I have the power to move mountains. I could have mastered alchemy and all this stuff, but have not love in my heart. I'm just but an empty gong resounding in the wind. Like I'm just an empty shell, right? Without love, it's empty. It's soulless, because that's what our soul is. Our soul is love. It's that pure love energy. That's what our soul is at our soul level. But early childhood traumas, negative conditioning, it gets us out off center. We're kind of have these parts of us that have been, blown outside of us, and we're not connected to our soul. We're not being authentic and honest and real with ourselves. We're not connecting to our true self, which is our soul, which is love. Now, our spirit is where our passions are, our differences. You're the spirit of something, like in Native American belief, right? The spirit of the fox is to be cunning. So when someone is being cunning, they have the spirit of the fox. Or if they're watching everything like an eagle, they have the spirit of the eagle. So each thing has its spirit. If you're an outgoing person, that's your spirit. If you're a quiet, reserved person, that's your spirit. Whatever your true nature is, that is your unique spirit. Okay, and that is what is called being spiritual, is sharing your spirit with all. Spiritual. You're connecting with your spirit and letting it shine so that other people can see your true spirit and enjoy it, right? That's being spiritual. It's not necessarily connecting to a god or a religion. It is connecting to your true self, your inner self, your divine self. And your divine self is from the source, is from the God source. Now, it's God a man, it's God a woman. I see God as is life force energy. That's what God is. God is life force energy that lives in everything. And I personally think that if you view everything as God, then you have more love, you have more appreciation, you have more honor for everything in your reality. And when you honor things in your reality, you're going to get more back. When you have appreciation for everything around you, like, wow, everything around me is God, is so amazing. And it's the trees, they give me shade. they seed rain so the other plants can grow. And even the dirt allows things to grow. And when I stand barefoot on the earth, I can feel all the stress in my body draining down into the earth. I can feel myself filling up with the earth's frequency and feeling grounded and centered and empowered and relaxed. Like, I love watching the birds and their songs. Like, wow, what a treat to like see the beautiful colored birds and hear their beautiful songs. If you see everything as equal instead of this hierarchy, then you're going to have more love in your heart, more compassion, more connection. When you see everything is a part of you and you're a part of everything, because God's everything, therefore you're God. You're God. I'm God. My cat's God. My house is God. Everything, right? Everything is interconnected. And you could say the Christ consciousness or I don't know. I guess you could say the Christ consciousness is being attuned to the higher possibilities, like the possibilities of things that bring us the most joy. Because who's to say what is right and what is wrong? Things that don't make us feel good, that are bad for our health, we say is wrong. Things that feel good, that are good for our health, we say is right? So what's good for something else may not be good for you, and vice versa. So everything is subjective. Now, getting back to like religion and God and this and that and blah, blah, blah. What I noticed is that all religions have a base message, and that base message is having love and compassion, is knowing that you're connected to everything, and everything's connected to you. All religions have that base level main message that is the most important message. Unfortunately, people get caught up in all of the preferences. They are preferences because there's different cultures. Now, there's some cultures where God being a woman is just not accepted because the men are weak and they can't handle a woman being in a position of power. There are cultures where they really think you have to go to a church or synagogue on Saturday or Sunday, and you have to pray this way, and you have to pray to this person, you have to do these ceremony things, and they're all preferences. It doesn't matter. Those things don't matter. Whatever floats your boat, whatever works for you, whatever makes you feel good, go ahead and do it. We are creators. We were made in God's image, which means we are creators, right? Are we not creators? We're always creating something. Something. I'm creating this video right now. Okay? So we're creators. We're always creating. And we have the power to decide how we want to create our life. We can define God however we want to. You can do whatever you want. That's free will. You can do whatever you want. But do we really have free will? Not really. I mean, to a degree, yes. But we've been so conditioned to be a certain way, and it's hard to get out of that conditioning. And not impossible, but it can be difficult to get out of the conditioning you grew up in. Okay, so what matters also is how you feel about God and how you think God feels about you. And that starts with your relationship with your parents or your caregivers or whoever raised you, right? Now, if you weren't raised by your biological parents, you may feel that your parents abandoned you. God abandoned you. God doesn't care about you because you feel like parents didn't care about you. Maybe your parents were super authoritative and bullying you around and making you do things you didn't want to do. And so then you think, oh, well, God's going to bully me around and I have to do things I don't want to do because that's God. And I have to do these things because I'm supposed to do these things because God wants me to do these things, right? Instead of stopping and saying, do I actually want to do this? If you don't want to do it, you don't have to. And it doesn't make it wrong. Doesn't make it right, doesn't make it wrong. It's however you define your life. You don't want to go to church? Don't go to church. You don't want to pray? Don't pray. Whatever you want to do, you can do. But it's really important to have a view of God as something that is very powerful, that is on your side, that does love you and does care about you and wants the best for you. Whatever God is, it wants you to be happy. It wants you to feel love. It wants you to have financial stability. It wants you to have great experiences, good connections with people, love, joy, good health, all those things, right? But unfortunately, when you've been abused growing up, you've had bad experiences, you may not feel that. You may not feel that connection. You feel disconnected. I should have brought water in here. So it's really important to have that view of God, because when you have this view that God doesn't care about you, you send that energy out into the universe that people don't care about you, that this force of life that makes things happen or makes things not happen or blocks you or opens doors for you is not on your side. And if you believe that, if you feel that, your life is going to be difficult and hard. Now, if you believe, hey, God loves me and God's great, and of course God wants to give me everything that's going to make me happy, and you have the confidence knowing I am going to get it, then chances are it will manifest in your life and you will get it. Now, you don't always necessarily have to believe and have faith, but you have to be open and willing to say, you know what, maybe I don't know. Be honest with yourself. Just be honest with yourself. Just say, I don't know. And this is how I'm honestly feeling. I feel like God's a fucking asshole. And look at all these people suffering in the world. And how could a God allow that, right? Be honest with how you really feel. And say, well, do I want to believe in a God like this? And maybe because I'm believing in a God like that, it allows that to happen more. It puts the energy out in the world for more of that to happen. And maybe if I want that to start going down and changing, how would I need to change my view of God? Who do I think God is? What kind of God do I need to believe in to have a good life and to create more things in the world that I enjoy, that I like, that I feel good about? Like, if it makes me feel good to know that nobody's suffering, then I need to believe in a God that doesn't want anyone to suffer and is going to start taking action and doing things to help people to not suffer. But now if I'm God, right? If I'm God, what do I need to be doing to facilitate this? And maybe that's what you need to start thinking about is, if I am God and I am the God of my life, what do I need to be doing? What do I need to be thinking? What do I need to be feeling? What do I need to change? Right? How am I showing up in the world? Am I standing up for myself? Am I letting people walk all over me? Because I need love and respect, but I have to demand it, command it. Not demand it, but command it. There's a difference. I can make a video about that. And again, it's going back to the confidence. And unfortunately, if you're raised in an abusive environment where you were made to feel unworthy, it's going to be something you might struggle with. I know I have struggled with it. And I know a lot of people struggle with that. But if you grew up in an environment where everything you wanted was handed to you and you were appreciated and loved and given support, you're probably going to view God in that way, and that's going to continue in your life, right? So that's what's really important. And a lot of people focus on the things that don't really matter. I figured this out when I was 18. I'm like, okay, people spend so much time on things that just don't matter. I don't care if you go to church on Sunday or Saturday or Wednesday, or even if you go to church. I don't care if you think God's a man or a woman or the spaghetti god in the sky. I like pasta. You know, it doesn't matter. Like, it's not worth fighting over. It's not worth thinking you're better, you know. And I'm gonna make another video about righteousness because I grew up with my self-righteous family that was so proud. I brought this person to the Lord. I'm so great. I saved their soul. Come on, get over yourself. You don't know. Okay, so I just want everyone to just be 100% honest with yourself. And don't be afraid. Let go of fear. Be honest with yourself and let go of fear and focus on love. Focus on love. Look at 1 Corinthians chapter 13. It is all about love. Just meditate on that verse, okay? And I encourage you to see God as everything, everything, everything. You are everything, and everything is you, right? Yeah, she got it right. So when you see everything as God, you're going to appreciate everything more, right? You're going to feel more equal. Don't worship people. No one's above you and no one's below you. We're all equal. We're all co-creating our reality together, okay? This is why I created Change the Matrix, because the Matrix is the collective consciousness. It is the reality that we are all creating together. So what you create for yourself, what you manifest, what you believe in, it's not just affecting you, it's affecting everyone else and everything in your existence. Your actions, your beliefs, your words, your thoughts, it affects you and everyone and everything around you. And other people's beliefs, their thoughts, and etc., are affecting you too. They could live across on the other side of the world doing something that will travel to you and affect you. This is why it's so important to have love in your heart and to try your best to have really good relationships. Offer support, healing to as many people as you can. But, take care of yourself first and don't judge people. Let people come to you if they need help. Let them ask for it. Don't assume. It's the same. When you assume, you make an ass out of you and me. All right, so don't assume anything. Let people have their opinions. You have your opinions. Just be present. Just be you. Just focus on the things you love and really appreciating yourself and appreciating the things around you. Look at the beauty in things instead of what's wrong. Like, it's important not to ignore the things that are wrong. Do something about it, but don't dwell on it. You know, focus on the positive, focus on, like, pay attention to the things that are not so great and see how you can improve it. Focus on solutions to the problems. That's a whole nother video. But it's important to see God as this very powerful, loving being or energy that's got your back, that's here for you, and really feel into that. Do a meditation every day, all day long. I don't know, as many times as you want to, and feel into that. Make that your prayer, to be more connected, to feel that feeling of feeling good and being in a higher vibration, and bring the things into your life that will facilitate that, right? Because then you're open to possibilities. You're not trying to control it. You're not praying for specific things. You're praying for something general and broad. And if God is more knowing than you, hey, he or she or whatever it is, right? Maybe conjuring up something so amazing that is beyond anything you would ever have even thought up, right? You could be thinking of your dream partner, and what you get is someone even more amazing. I don't know. Or maybe your dream partner shows up and at first you don't see that they actually are your dream partner, but you take your time, you get to know them, be open-minded. But then again, also, don't just date someone to date someone, and don't, this could be a whole nother video. Stay authentic with yourself. If you're not feeling it, you're not feeling it. If you don't like something, you don't like something, and that's okay, and that's fine. Move on. The world is infinite, okay? God is infinite. Feel joy in that. Feel a sense of freedom in that, okay? So that's what I want to say about who God is, and I hope that this video has helped you understand a little bit more about maybe your perceptions or misconceptions of who God is, and maybe you can really think about this and connect to God on a better level, and maybe manifest a better life and have better relationships with other people, and get out of the dogma of these opinions that honestly you don't even know are true or not, right? Just because it's in the Bible, just because someone wrote it down, it does not make it true. Just because the FDA says something is safe doesn't make it safe, does it? Look at all these things have been recalled. Okay, that proves it right there. So I'm just saying, like, in life is to explore and have an open mind and let go of fear. And I guarantee you're going to enjoy life more. So if you're feeling like God doesn't care about you, your prayers are not going to be answered, try on a different God for a change. Redefine who God is. Change it up and see what happens. This is Carrie with Change the Matrix. I hope you enjoyed this video. And as always, give a thumbs up if you like it. Subscribe if you want to see more videos. I'm just starting off, but I've been wanting to make videos for a long time. I just don't like the way I look and sound and have the best equipment. Eventually, I'll get there, but the most important thing right now is just getting the message out, because I see things other people don't see. And I really want to help people to understand things so they can love themselves more and love other people more and have a better life. Because I'm an empath. I want you to enjoy life. Because when you enjoy life more, I enjoy life more. I was a hairstylist for a long time, and I had Vidal Sassoon training. If you don't look good, I don't look good, right? We're in this together. We're in this together, okay? So help me out. Give a like if you got something out of this video. Subscribe if you want to see more videos. And I wish you all the best. And this is Carrie, Change the Matrix. Thank you.